You might think that to get respect from others, you need to have impressive titles or grand achievements. Many of us grow up believing that these badges of honor are the tickets to earning admiration. I used to believe that too. But over the years, I've come to realize that true respect isn't about what you've accomplished or the titles you've gathered. It's something much deeper and more personal. Here's the truth. You can have no titles, no extraordinary achievements, and yet be a person who commands deep respect from those around you. How is that possible? Well, I would like to share some ways I've learned to earn real respect. Be yourself. In life, one of the purest forms of respect comes from being genuinely yourself. It's about embracing who you are, with all your quirks, passions, and beliefs. It's not about putting on a mask to please others or to fit in. It's about being comfortable in your own skin and sharing your true self with the world. By having the courage to simply be oneself, one will undoubtedly distinguish themselves by virtue of their uniqueness. A lot of us hide what makes us different because we're scared that if people see who we really are, they might not accept us. But having the courage to show your true colors can change everything. What I've found is that being authentic, being truly you, is the best way to live. It's also how you earn real respect. Most people can sense that being true to yourself is a sign of bravery, wisdom, and self-assurance. The only people who might not respect you for being yourself are the ones who are too scared to show who they really are. And trying to get respect from them is like trying to get love from someone who doesn't love themselves. It just doesn't work. When you let go of trying to be like everyone else, you reach a whole new level. You become the real you. And let me tell you, being authentically you is amazing. Be genuinely you. That's what people respect, and you'll respect yourself for it too. Respect yourself. First, the best way to get respect is to start with yourself. If you don't show yourself respect, it's tough to expect anyone else to do so. When you treat yourself with honor and see your own value, others tend to treat you the same way. But if you don't value yourself, you can't wait around for others to see you as valuable. It's just not going to happen. Sure, you'll meet people who might not respect you for all the wrong reasons. Maybe because of their own prejudices or fears. Or maybe they just don't understand. But the way they act shouldn't make you value yourself any less. Don't let someone else's negative attitude make you see yourself poorly. If it's hard for you to respect yourself because of things you've done in the past that you're not proud of, it's important to let that go. Forgive yourself. Today is a new beginning. If you start treating yourself with respect right now, others will pick up on it and follow your lead. Remember, self-respect leads to respect from others. Being true to yourself is more important than being liked. Trying to make the right choices is more important than trying to be liked by everyone. This can be a tough one, because so many of us really want to be accepted by others. But what I've learned is that the most important person who should like me is me. When you're faced with a hard choice, one that might upset some people or cause a bit of a stir, choosing what's right is the best thing to do, every single time. That's what leads to self-respect. And often you might find that the very people who were upset will end up respecting you for making that tough call. People won't always agree with you or like what you do, but you can always be someone that you like. And that matters so much more. Treat everyone with respect, no matter their social status. Treat everyone the same, whether they clean the building or run the whole company. Every person deserves to be treated with kindness and respect. Remember this, people are people, no matter how small. Albert Einstein once said, "I speak to everyone in the same way, whether he is the garbage man or the president of the university." If you only respect people based on their job or how much money they make, it really shows that you're not feeling confident in yourself and that you have some growing up to do. In life, you quickly lose respect for someone when you see them being mean to someone who poses no threat to them, like being rude to fast food workers, talking down to cashiers, or being hard on waitstaff for no good reason. Treat those people poorly, and they would have every right to respond in kind. But when you treat each and every person with the same level of kindness and respect, you'll find that respect comes back to you even stronger. Make decisions confidently. Being able to make decisions shows you've got confidence, and confidence is something that earns you respect. A lot of people find it hard to be decisive because they're afraid of criticism. But being scared to make a decision is seen as a weakness. So when you need to make a decision, be bold and go for it. Think about it. People don't usually respect a person who waits to see what everyone else thinks before they decide on something. They don't respect a boss who's too scared to stand up for what's right. And the same goes for friends or colleagues. What people do respect is when you act based on what you believe is right, when you're true to yourself. They might not always agree with your choices, but they will respect you for making them. And what's most important is that you'll be able to respect yourself, and in turn, others will respect you too. This doesn't mean you should ignore other people's opinions. Of course, you should listen to what others have to say, and if you realize you should change your mind, then do it. But generally, there comes a time when you just have to make a decision, and more often than not, the right time is now. Stay away from gossip. Gossiping is often an easy way for us to deal with our own problems by focusing on someone else's. But trying to feel better by talking about other people's issues never really works out. You might think it puts you in a better light momentarily, but that's not how people see you. When you gossip, people actually see you as someone who's not strong. There's something interesting that happens when you talk about someone else's negative traits. It's called spontaneous trait transference. This means that when you say bad things about someone else, the person listening starts to connect those bad things with you. So when you gossip, you're not gaining respect, even if the people you're talking to seem to agree with you. On the flip side, if you always speak kindly and respectfully about others, those positive qualities start to stick to you instead, and that's how you earn respect. Be mindful of your reactions. Letting negative emotions get the best of you is a quick way to lose others' respect. Think about a manager who always treats small problems like they're huge crises, or a customer who yells about a small mistake. I'm not saying you should never let out your negative feelings. What I'm saying is, when you do need to express them, do it in a way that's under control and thoughtful. Usually this means waiting until you're not in the heat of the moment to respond. On the other side of things, being open with your positive emotions can really help you gain respect. Take a moment to cool off before you react. Think it through, then act. But when it comes to the good emotions, don't hold back. Share them freely. Maintaining your integrity. Integrity is like a strong root that keeps a tree standing during the toughest storms. It's about being honest and having strong moral principles. When you keep to your word, do the right thing, even when no one is watching, and stick to your values, that's integrity. And it's one of the most respected traits you can have. Here's why integrity is so important. When you have integrity, people know they can trust you. Your words and actions line up, so friends, family, and colleagues know that you're reliable and true to your word. This trust builds strong relationships that are based on truth and respect, not just convenience or appearances. Having integrity also means you stand by your principles no matter what. This isn't always easy. There will be times when you're tempted to cut corners or go along with something you don't agree with because it's easier, more profitable, or less awkward. But maintaining your integrity often means choosing the harder right over the easier wrong. It's about making the choice that you'll be proud of later, even if it's tough in the moment. Also, integrity gives you a sense of self-respect that can't be shaken by external factors. When you live with integrity, you're living in line with your deepest values, and that brings a sense of peace and self-worth that nothing else can match. Remember, integrity isn't just one big gesture or a moment of heroism. It's built through small, consistent actions every day. It's about being the same person in the dark that you are in the light. In the words of C.S. Lewis, integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is watching. You can start doing these things right now. You don't need a special degree, a fancy job, or big wins in life to be looked up to. You just need to be you and do things that show who you are. If you're going to pick just one thing to focus on first, let it be how you respect yourself. Once you've got that down, everything else starts to work out better too. I hope this helps you. I would also like to know which point you find most relevant and beneficial. If you find this message valuable, you can share it with someone who may need it today. I wish you a wonderful day.